Let's make a potholder with the potholder loom. This is an 18 peg loom and we're going to make the Raining Hearts potholder featuring diagonal lines of hearts. This makes a sweet pattern. On the flip side, the hearts are going in the reverse direction. There's numerous twills producing a soft and comfy fabric. This easy loom weaving pattern is reversible and will make a great gift. You can find a detailed chart of this design at Piglet's Potholder Patterns with the shared permission under Creative Commons license. You can see the beautiful little hearts here and the reversible design. We'll have a link to this on our blog and we'll have it all written out on our blog for this potholder. All right, let's begin. Welcome to GoodKnitKisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches. This pattern has written instructions and links to right and left-handed video tutorials for your convenience, as well as a link to that chart we referred to in this pattern. So visit our link down below in the video description to visit our blog, and we'll have a link for that chart as well. If you'd like an ad-free version, you can get that on our website, and you can also get it on our Ravelry and Etsy stores, but it is a much better discount on our website, or you can see it for free on the blog. And let's begin on here. Again, click down below and you're going to see the right and left-handed version. You're going to need 18 loops of 2 colors. I'm using 18 loops of red and 18 loops of pink, and color B is my pink, A is my red, and you're going to need your 18 peg loom. This one is from CinDwood Looms, and you can get a $5 coupon and link down below to that. So be sure and use our code for $5 off at CinDwood Looms. And I usually use a crochet hook at the very end to help me out. I don't always use my loom tool, but if you need one, let's grab that. Okay, we're going to begin. First, we're going to begin our warp, which is the up and down portion. We're going to begin with color A, and we're going to place that on every other loop here. So we've got 9 loops of color A, and we're starting with all the odd pegs. We're going to go on 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on until you have 9 loops on your pegs. So we're alternating between A and B all the way across on the warp. So go ahead and do that. I'll continue mine. All right, I've got A on, and now I've got B, which is my pink. And I get my loops at Harrisville, but you can also get them on other places online, but most of the time they actually come from Harrisville, so I've just found that that's the better deal. I don't have any coupons for that. I wish I did, but that's where I get them, and you can see all that down below. All right, so we're going to begin our weave. Let's begin our weaving. We have colors A and B. We're going to alternate between for each row. So row 1, we're going to start with color A, and that's red. We're going to go under 2 and place, and then we're going to go over 1, under 1, and then over 2. So I'm going to mark with my finger, and then we have a repeat twice of under 1, over 1. So we're going to go under 1, over 1 once, under 1, over 1 twice, mark that, and then under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2, and then we have under 1, over 1, and then under 2. So these last 2 go under and place. That's row 1. Row 2 with B, we're going to go over 1, under 2, and then over 2, and then mark, and then under 1, over 1 3 times. So under, over once, under, over twice, under, over, and then a mark, and then under 2, over 2, under 2. So under 2, over 2, under 2, and then over this last one and place. Row 3, we're going to weave under one, over one. Make sure you get both strands. And under two, over two. And then under one, over one. And now we're going to go under three. 1, 2, 3. And then over one, under two, over one, under one, over one, and under this last one, and place. So you saw that we had 3 together on this one. That's different. Now we're going to go back with color B, which is pink. Row 4, weave over one, under one, over one. So over one, under, go ahead and place that, and over one there. And then we have under two, over two, under two. So under two, over two, under two. And then we have over one, under two twice. So over one, under two, once, over one, under two, the second time, and then over one, under one, and then over the last. There we go. All right, with A on row 5, we're going to weave under 3 to begin. Over one, under two, over one. I'm going to mark that, and now we're going to have a repeat under one, over one twice. So under one, over once, under, over twice, and then under two, over one twice. So under these two, over one, under these two, over two, over the next one, and then under this last one, and place. On to row 6 with B. We're going to weave under one, over one, and then we have a repeat under two, over one twice. That's once, under two, over one the second time. And then we have under one, over one, under one, under, over, under. And then we have over two, under one, over two, under one, over one, under two, and then over that last one. There we go. Row 7 with A, which is red, we're going to weave over one, under one, so just one time, and then we have a repeat. We're going to go over one, under two twice. So this is once, and over one, under two second time, and then over one, under one, just one time, and we have another over two, and then we're going to have a repeat, and then we're going to go under one, over one time, and then another time. So we're doing it twice. So under one, over one, and then the last is under two. For row 8, we're working with color B, which is pink, and we're going to weave under one, over one, under one. So under this first one in place, over and under, and then we're going to go over two, under one, over one. So over two, under one, over one, and then under two, over two. Under two, over two. I'm going to mark that, and then we have a repeat 3 times of under one, over one. So under one, over one, under one, over one, under one, over 1, and you guessed it, we're going to go under this very last one. All right, we're at our halfway point. We're at number 9. And row 9, we're going to begin with A. We're going to weave over 1, under 1, and then over 2. So we're just going to mark that. And then we have a repeat of under 1, over 1 twice. So under 1, over 1 once, and twice. And now under 2, over 2, over 2. And then we have under 1, over 1. And then now we have another under 3, and then over that last one, and then place. Ready for row 10 with B. Under 1, over 2. And we have under 1, over 1 3 times. That's under 1, over 1 once, under 1, over twice, under, over the 3rd time. And then we have under 2, over 2, under 2. So under 2, over 2, and under 2. And then over 1, under 2. And on to 11 with A. Weave under 2, over 2. And then over, sorry, let's see. We did under 2, over 2, and then we go under 1. And then over 1. And then we go under 3. And now we're over 1, under 2, and then over 1, and then we have a repeat of under 1, over 1 twice. So under, over once, and twice, and then that last one, we're going to go under 1. Ready for 12. Make sure you're not skipping any on these sides. Obviously, hopefully you've been pausing your video as needed, and if you need to scooch these in to make room, go ahead and do that. We're on to B on row 12. Over 1, under 2, over 2. And mark that. Oh, I gotta make sure and get both. There we go. And then we're going under 2. And then we have a repeat of over 1, under 2 twice. So over 1, under 2 once and twice. And then over 1, under 1 twice. Once and twice. And then over this last one. Ooh, you can see I have a long strand here. These can just be cut after. So just set it aside. You can trim your little stragglers if you get them. Sometimes I just pull them out, but I don't really obviously like to do that. I don't like to pull them. I'll have to snap them with my finger, but it's easier just to go ahead and hide them down and clip them later. Okay, so we're going to move on with contrast A. And let's see, we've got, where are we now? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're on 13. Okay, lost track here. All right, we've under 1, over 1. And under 2. And over 1. And then we have a repeat of under 1, over 1 twice. Mark that. And then we have under 2, over 1 twice. So under 2, over 1, under 2, over 1. And then we have under 1, over 2. So just under this one here, and then place on that last peg. With B, we're going to do row 14. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see. We're going to weave, we've got to repeat from the very beginning, under 2, over 1. And let me get my crochet hook and show you. You can lift these up and place under like that if it's hard to get to it with your fingers, and lay these back down. All right, so we're going under those 2, over 1 twice, so over that one, and then under these 2. You can pull it if you like. All right, and then we have under 1, over 1, under 1. So under, over. Over 1. Sorry, see, that's what happens when you know. I'm just gonna leave that in so you can see it. So we have, we went over as the ending of this one, so that's over, and then we're saying under 1, over 1. There we go. And then under 1. And then we're gonna go over 2, under 1. And then we have over 1, under 2. So under these 2 here. And then over 2, under 1. Okay, so if you get how to do the weaving, you can obviously pause and go look at the rest of this written on the website or the chart. I'm going to keep going for those who need a visual and also auditory to hear me. We are at, let's see, did I skip one? I feel like I have an extra of the wrong color, but that's okay. I'll get some more. So we have red is next, and that's 15. With A, we're going to weave over 1, under 2. And then we're going to do that again, over 1, under 2. And then over 1, under 1. So over 1, under 1. And then over 2. Just going to mark here. And then we have under 1, over 1 twice. So this one goes under and this one goes under. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick these up. And then under 2, so don't forget to go over this one, go under these 2. And then we're over these last 2. So there we go. And now we have row 16 with B, and it looks like I just have an extra. Here we go. Yeah, so we should only have 3 left. With B, we're going to work row 16, and we're weaving under 1, over 2. And then under 1, over 1. And then under 2, over 2. And then we have a repeat. So remember, you go over these 2 here, and then we're going to go under 1, over 1 3 times. So this one's under This one's under, this one's under. So we're just going to pull all three of them. It's easier to do that. And then take this across, place it, and then place these back down. And then we have an under 2 over 1. So this last one, it goes over, so we're just pulling up these two here, second from last. And then place that down. And only 2 rows left. I'm gonna put that strand on the top so you can really see it and trim it later. And then we're gonna work with our last of our A, and this is row 17. And we're going to weave over 2, and then we're gonna do a repeat. So just go ahead and place this. Actually, I'm gonna make this a little bit, give myself a little bit more room. So if you need to push your loops to get some more room, go ahead and do that. Okay, so our repeat is under 1 over 1 twice. So I'm going over these two here. So these reds are gonna be, we're gonna go underneath those reds. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that across, place them. So the last part is we're going over 1. So we're gonna skip this one here, and we're going under 2 over 2. So under these two. And over 2, and then we're going under 1 over 1. So over these two, under 1 over 1. And then we're going under 3 and over 1 and under 2. So we're going under these 3, and then 1, 2, 3. No. Yeah, over 1, and then we're going to go under these 3, 1, 2, 3, and then under these 2. Pause. So over this one, we're going to go under these 3 here, and then we're going to go over 1 under 2. So you can go ahead and pick up all of them except for this third one in. So pick up last 2, skip 1, pick up these 3. And then obviously skip that one because we're going over. And then you can place, and you're really done with this row. Just place all the rest of these loops back down. And you got 1 row left. Oop, don't lose that. There we go. All right. So we've got our last color, which is color B, and row 18. So we're going to go over 1, under 1, 3 times. So over, under 3 times. So I'm going to hit these pinks here. We're going to go under those. So we're going to grab 1, 2, 3. Place our loop. And then place all these loops back down. Oh, that was not fun. Okay, I just dropped it. So let's see. I'm going fishing for my loop. Hold on. Ah, I got it. Ta-da! Okay. All right, now we're, let's pick this one back up. So we finished going under 1, so we don't have to mark. And we're going to go over 1, under 2. So over this one, under these 2, and then we're going to go over the next 2 and under the next 2. So we can go ahead and we're going to pick up these 2 here, skip 2, and go here. So we're going to pick up these 2, skip 2, and pick these 2 up. And lay this down and place. And then we're going over 1, So we're going to skip this one here, and we're going to go under 2, under these 2, over 1, under 1. So we're going to pick up the very last one, skip the second to last, and pick up the next 2 and place. And then put this one down. There we go. All right, so you're going to begin to bind off here and go all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. Pause your video, and when you're ready to get this part done, I'll meet you back up and we'll crochet it off. All right, we are ready to crochet this off, and I don't know if you can tell, but I can. Can you see our little hearts formed? You've got 4 hearts on here. And then if you want to see more contrast, like say you want it with a red and white so you can really see it, or a pink and white for a higher contrast, you could certainly do that. I just thought this was fun for Valentine's, and so white would probably be a little bit better, but I think it's fun. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our crochet bind off here. Whoops, hitting the thing. I like to start at the end opposite where my little starter piece is. And we start going across this top part, but I actually go 1 piece over. It's just a standard that I do, just so I can remember, and I'm consistent every time. So I pick that one up, and then I pick up the next one at that corner and lift up and over to crochet that off. And then all the next ones follow exactly the same way until you come to the last few stitches. And then I'll show you how to end it when we get over here, and we'll go back through that original stitch and weave through that final loop. So you're just going to continue picking up the loop, crocheting off, like just pulling the back loop over the front, and do it again. All right, so continue going around. Pause your video. I will meet you at the very end. We'll see you in a moment. All right, I've got the last stitches on here. I just pulled this one off, and we're going to pull this one down here. Remember, it was second to last. Pull it through. And then the very first one I started with was actually red. So you can come to this red here and then pull through. And then it finishes out that corner. And before I actually take it off of my crochet hook, I like to tug and pull on this and sort of hand block it first. Get it all straightened out. And then I'm going to come to the back and pull through this loop through another one and hide it. Sort of like hiding a tail. So now you have a nice little fun pot holder or trivet to give to your loved one. Set a nice cup of hot tea or cocoa on here. Isn't that fun? Well, I love you guys so much here at GoodKnitKisses. I hope that you love stitching your love and loving your stitches. Look how this looks. You got 4 hearts here, and then when you flip it on the reverse, you got 1 big heart in the middle. That's my love for y'all. Boom, boom. Thank you guys so much. It has been a wonderful 14 years here on YouTube with you guys. Starting off with some loom knitting, and now we do loom weaving, and we needle knit and crochet here on the channel. And I'm just blessed to have you around, and I'm still here. Several of y'all have been with me from the very beginning. Love you so much. I hope you have a great day. Happy knitting, crochet, and weaving. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.